is very refreshing news, right? Because for many quarters coming, right, we have not seen any positive growth. So Q1 was a turnaround corner as far as the PC space is concerned. And Dell growing at 6.2% is still a significant market premium. Now, as you look into Q1, right, because it's the beginning of the calendar year, you got to have a snapshot of what's going on in the entire year, right, in calendar 2016. Now, here's some data for you. The market overall, right, was down 5.3%. Dell grew 4.3%. That's a market premium of about 10%. 10%. And that made Dell the fastest growing PC brand among the top 10 brands. Now, what about consumer? Consumer was down 10%. And Dell consumer grew about 1.9%, almost 2%. That's a market premium of about 12%.
How is that possible?
Well, I'll come to that in a little bit.
Wow.
Right, I'll come to that in a little bit. But Dell is the fastest growing consumer brand in the PC space. If you take and rank stack the top 5 brands, including Apple. Right now, if you stretch it all the way down to the top 10 brands, you have MSI, Samsung, right, with a much smaller base. Right, we're kind of number 3, right? But if you really take the top 5, we are the key players in this space. Right, we are the fastest growing PC brand also in the consumer space. Right, so to Alex's question, right, how is that possible? Right, that's really just one thing that we do. And Dell is all in on innovation. Right, since Michael privatized the company, since the creation of Dell Technologies, and that's not long ago, just 9 months ago, right, our innovation energy has not stopped. Right, we are maniacally focused on delivering the best experience for our customers. And we are challenged constantly to put the latest and the greatest to deliver a better experience for our customers. Right, the entire Dell Technologies umbrella have a budget, an R&D budget of 4.5 billion. Right, and a sizable part of that goes into how we develop industry-leading technologies like our Infinity Edge, our 8K displays, notebooks, PCs, so on and so forth. And the market has taken notice. Right? CES 2015 was kind of like our Dell consumer coming out party. Right? That was the year where we introduced for the first time the world's smallest 13.3 notebook in the XPS 13. Right? Happy to say, right, this is now the 3rd year running, almost a couple of racks already. It is still the world's smallest 13.3 inch notebook that we have. Now, as far as CES goes, right, we have won about 70 awards, right, 70 awards, and the number of awards that we won is even more than the prior year, right, and the awards that we have won, right, I kind of almost lost count, right, and the XPS is the most awarded product we have in Dell's entire history. Now, we are powering through, right? We are powering through. So this year's Computex, right? We have won 4 design and innovation awards, and this is given up by IF, right? So you know IF is a very famous design company. We've got the Inspiron 27 7000 all-in-one. Now, obviously, we've got the XPS 13 2-in-1, right? You see a lot of as well as the merchandising there, right? Our signature Infinity Edge display. You've got the Dell Canvas, right? The demo is just right in the middle, right? And urge all of you to try the demo, okay? Because my personal opinion, right, it beats the Surface Studio hands down, okay? And then we have something which I'm really, really excited about, right? This morning, right, I just shook hands with the Vice President. I was really hopeful for the President to be there, but it was really the Vice President, right, that shook hands and gave us an award, right, a gold D&I award, right, and there's only 5 winners, and there's only 1 PC winner, and that went to our Inspiron 15 gaming laptop. Now, what makes me even more excited, right, and really proud is that if you look at the YouTube rockstar reviewers, right, people like Linus, right, so he runs, he's a subscriber base we call Linus Tech Tips, and you look at the other rockstar reviewer, a person by the name of Dave Lee, right? And these people are really rock stars because in one day, they could get 1 million views in one day, right? Anything that they post on YouTube, right? They do pretty good analysis, right? Very critical on our products. And as far as the Inspiron 15 gaming goes, right? They almost gave it a clean sweep, right? It's not just for the build quality, it's for the ability to cool, it's for the performance, right? And they basically endorse the product, right, among their subscriber base. So I'm extremely proud of that, right? Extremely proud of that. Now, our innovation doesn't only stop with the product, right? The way we go about innovating, it's also our route to market and our go-to market. And I'm pleased to share, right, with you, right, our collaboration, right, with a sure-to-be blockbuster movie this coming summer. Okay, so for the first time, you folks get to see a commercial that has never been aired, right? So, you know, no one has seen this but this audience here, right?
This
so
is one of our first surprises that we were talking about today.
Okay.
And Ray has assured me you are the first set of eyes to see this in the world, right?
That's correct, Alex.
All right.
All right, can you please dim the lights? All right, please check this out.
Okay, class, we'll be picking up...
Get ready for a more vivid window into your games. Cover the stunning 4K display and graphics that bring all the action to life.
Peter, are you still with us?
The Dell Inspiron 15-7000 game. Your screen, superpowered. See it in Spider-Man Homecoming. Dell, as real as it gets.
Wow, Ray, the new blockbuster, Spider-Man.
Now, I'm very sure that 100% of the people here, right, watch that movie, okay? So I hope you like the kick, right? Yeah, Spider-Man's shadowless kick. And if you see semblance of the TV commercial with the movie, it's because it's directed, right, by the same director.
So
right?
the CM commercial is directed by the same director as the movie.
The same director,
Fantastic.
right?
Awesome.
So you get the flavor of the movie in the TV commercial as well. And there are many scenes, right, that you see in that movie, right, where it's kind of using either XPS or Inspiron products, right? I won't spoil the story for you because I know none of you have seen the movie, you've just seen snippets of it. But there's one particular scene which is really interesting. So you have Spider-Man, right, going back to his room and his best friend called Ned, right, was actually shocked to see him. And then cut the long story short, right, he was actually using the Inspiron 15, right, to try to hack into his suit, right, because Tony Stark, who gave Spider-Man the suit, right, had put some protection in there, right, to prevent Spider-Man from using the full feature. So that was pretty interesting for me, okay?
Awesome, awesome. Can't wait to see the movie.
Yeah. Now, I will steal one line from the Spider-Man franchise, and then I will not talk about Spider-Man anymore. Okay, I promise, right? And the line goes something like this. With great power comes great responsibility. Right, remember that?
Yes,
right?
I remember. From the original Spider-Man.
So this is Dell's consumer version, right? With great power comes great opportunity. Alright? Which brings me, really to the next slide. Now, when AMD came to us and said, look, we're going to give you an architecture that is multi-core based, our innovation radar lighted up. Right? Because, as far as power goes, right, it's all about high performance, right? And the desktop space, right, is in need of revitalization because we've been stuck with dual core and quad core, even single core, right, for the longest time, right? So Gartner had a study, a survey that called out that there is actually more than 1 billion users that are either on the desktop or the notebook that is hooked to a large screen monitor. More than 1 billion users. And we see that, as far as desktop replacement goes, the single most important factor is really performance, right? You have to replace your PC if the PC is not performing, right? And whichever way you slice it, right, the desktop CPU will always be better than the mobile CPU, right? Hands down. right? Whether you look at TDP, whether you look at performance per dollar, right? The desktop processor will always be better. And here we see an opportunity for us to innovate. Now, to top it up, there are two trends that we see, right? Number one is gaming, right? You ask any gamer, performance is key, right? And that business grows by 2 billion every year. This is PC gaming, right? The other trend we see is actually in virtual reality, right? Of the millions of PCs out there, you tell me how many percent of that could really run a good VR experience, right? So with that, right, Dell has clearly went all in terms of pursuing some of these trends, right? As far as VR goes, right? I think we are the only company that could deliver VR content creation through our workstations all the way to VR content consumption, right, to our VR-enabled systems. Okay, so you will see a running theme of performance across the products that we launched today, right? So, on this side, we have our new Inspiron gaming desktops. And this is the first time where we bring a gaming desktop into the Inspiron brand. On the other side, right, we see two very beautiful all-in-ones, and that is our Inspiron 27 7000 all-in-one and the Inspiron 24 5000 all-in-one. All right, let's watch a video first before I talk more on that.
Big round of applause. Wow. Looks fantastic, Ray.
Now, isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
So, I stand on stage and proudly present to you the first and only all-in-one that's running an 8-core processor, right? In AMD's new Ryzen 7. This is the only one of its kind. And do not be fooled by the fact that this is designed and engineered in such a compact chassis and form factor, right? So behind this beautiful screen, right, we actually have a desktop CPU. Obviously, this is the Ryzen 7, and you have the latest RX 518 GPU, and that's a 120 watt hard. All right, this could be scaled up to 32 gigs of system memory. You have dual storage options, so 1 terabyte, 256 SSD, and it is truly designed, right, to be able to deliver a VR experience like no other. Now, one of the design inspirations we have behind a product like this, right, is really about the clutter, right? So, as you know, anything that you have VR, you have a desktop, and then you need to have a display. And you do need a display, right? Because you need to have spectators to see, right, what the person who is enjoying the VR is going through. This cuts away a lot of that clutter.
Yeah, I got wires everywhere at home, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Coming out of the left side, the right side. It's a mess on the desktop.
Yeah. And we spend hours, right? And if you have a chance as you go visit the booth, do take a peek at how we design the ports behind, right? We spend countless hours, right, with usability team, with the IDT, to ensure that the port placements are all fully well thought through, right, in terms of where you will stick the HDMI and where you will stick the USB. So it's really a top-class machine, and you have 330 power supply unit, right, going through, integrated into the entire all-in-one in the 53 millimeter thick form factor. All right, and nothing expresses all these horsepower better than having our signature Infinity Edge display, right, with a 4K resolution screen, right? So that's 8.6 million pixels, right? And you see that there's hardly any glare, even though the spotlight is shining on it because it comes with our anti-glare IPS technology, right? Truly a beautiful machine, right? You also have the far field mics, right, for your Katana, and you also have your camera that's able to do your first look login in terms of Windows Hello, right? So truly a beautiful machine, and they also have HDMI in, right? So if you want to be using a console or your notebook and use this as an auxiliary display, right? No problem with that. Okay. So on that note, we also have the HDMI in, right, for this smaller and lighter version, right? So this one comes with the latest AMD 7th generation
So we will
processor.
have the slide for the Inspiron 24.
Thank
there
you.
we go.
Right? And what I like about this is kind of positioned for a different demographic, right? So the target for this product is really for the more budget conscious, right? But we have also delivered this in the Infinity Edge display. You get to see as well a very immersive experience in a slightly smaller screen, right? And we have both touch and non-touch version. Now what we've added to this product is what you see is called the Smart Byte technology. And what it does is really delivers a premium streaming experience. So as you're watching your video, what Smart Byte does is it prioritizes what kind of data that goes into the box, right? So if you're watching the video, it'll give priority to video, right, as opposed to the other things that require the same data pipe. Okay, so the other piece that's really wonderful about this is that you have an articulating stand, right, that's able to push all the way down. Okay, and when we showed this to many of the reviewers, they just simply love this feature here, right? So let me move on now to the gaming desktops, but before that, I would like to show you a video. Could you please hit the lights?
Round of applause. That's our new gaming desktop.
So, I think the moment you set your eyes on this box, right, I mean, it screams gaming, right, through and through, right? So you ask any gamer, right, what are the things that are important in a gaming box? And it's pretty much, distill down to three things. Number one, it's the kind of components you put in there, right? So the CPU matters, and obviously the GPU, even the storage, right? The memory, right? And we've got this thing, right? Being able to support all these configurations. Number two, right? It's your ability to pool these components. Now, if you're a gamer, the last thing you want is for the system to overheat, right? So for any gaming box, right, it cannot overheat because when you're at the peak of the game, right, that's where the performance matters, right? The machine cannot let you down, right? And that has to do with the cooling system. As you can see, right, we designed this box, right, to deliver superior ventilation, up to liquid cooling capabilities that allows you, right, to drive to best performance. Now, the last piece, of course, is expandability, right? The ability to expand, and we've got an ability to take this thing up to 2 graphics cards. So, whether it's an NVIDIA SLI or an AMD Crossfire, right? AMD would be with your RX 580. You could pair them up, and you could deliver, right, a superior gaming experience. Over and above, you have 5 expansion bays. You have all the required ports, and what I really like about this, right, is the ports that are laid out in front, right? So that has a lot of usability reasons, right? So it's really conveniencing the gamer. Now, obviously, what's important as well is the CPU, right? As I mentioned earlier on, right, when AMD came to us, right, and said that, hey, you know, we're looking for partners, right, to be able to work on our multi-core technology, right? We are so excited. Not only does the Ryzen class of CPUs allow the user to overclock it, right? It has a host of features, Sense MI features, right, with precision boost, as well as extended frequency range, right? I can go on and on, but really, the subject matter expert is among us today, okay? So I take great pleasure and honor, right, to share with you that amongst us, we have the CEO of AMD, right, to be with us this afternoon. Dr. Lisa Su, could you please stand up? Give everyone a wave.
Ladies and gentlemen, President and CEO of AMD, Dr. Lisa Su.
I'd invite her on stage.
We are delighted to have her onto the stage. Thank you for joining us here today. We know you have a very hectic schedule. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here, Ray.
Oh, it's our honor to have you join our event this afternoon. So, Lisa, in your kind of Ryzen coming out event in February, right? You went on stage and you spoke about Ryzen and the amount of engineering hours and time, right, to develop a breakthrough architecture like Ryzen. I think you said something like 4 years. Could you share with us, you know, what's the innovation and what drives the company to develop a product like Ryzen?
Yeah, so Ray, you know, it's thank you for allowing us to participate with you today. You know, when we were thinking about Ryzen, we were really thinking about, you know, what do users really need today and into the future. And the idea was to, you know, really take the technology beyond what is available today. So, you know, 8 cores for gamers, multi-core, multi-threading. It really was about innovation and high-performance computing in every way.
Okay, fantastic. And you know, as far as innovation goes, right, as you drive innovation, right, clearly, you know, the intent of the motivation is to kind of stay ahead of the curve, right? And you know, we see trends that's coming. I mean, could you share with us a little bit more about what kind of trends you see in the PC space?
Yeah, so I think as you saw that, you know, the PC space actually is a very exciting space. We want to make it even more exciting with our technology. And when you look at high-performance gaming, when you look at VR and AR, and even as we get into some of the machine learning areas, there's just a lot of new applications between using gaming, content creation together that we can do. And so it really is about, you know, how can we bring more power to the user in the desktop. And you know, these systems that you're showing are absolutely gorgeous. They're really, I'm so proud of the work that we've done together as a team, really taking the high-performance CPU, the GPU technology, and the beautiful engineering work of the DELL engineering team. So congratulations, really.
Thank you. Round of applause for Lisa, please. All right, thank you, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming and joining us.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, another big round of applause for Dr. Lisa Su, okay? Thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule. We really appreciate her joining us here for our global conference. Ray, why don't you come into the front again? Thank you so much for the fantastic introduction to all these wonderful new products. I especially like the 27-inch all-in-one.
You have been hinting to me for the whole morning.
Yes, I think that one is the awesome one.
It is.
You know, I use the XPS 13.
Okay.
I use it every day for the past 3 years now. You know, it's a 13-inch laptop on an 11-inch footprint. It is by far the best, lightest, smallest, most usable piece of technology to use at home. I bring it into the bedroom. I bring it into the kitchen. I'm in the living room. I'm in the bathroom sometimes too.
Ooh, okay. All right, you spare me the details.
It is so easy to bring everyone. My kids use it. My wife uses it. It is really awesome. But I think today, as a gamer myself, I think what I'm most excited about is obviously the laptop and also the gaming desktop, because the gaming desktop for us, it's a really good value, you know, and it's a really cool design. And today, while I was reading this rundown, I'm thinking, you must have wrote this rundown because you know I'm a gamer, and it says, Ray challenges Alex to play a game.
That was not on the script actually, right? That was not possible, right?
So today I saw that there's a challenge. Ray wants to play me on a game, so I haven't had time lately. I'm super busy working with my kids. But don't worry,
excuses.
I brought in an all-star team to play against you.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did. I have an all-star team. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce my backup team. My all-NBA first team. I've got the people here to compete against with you, because I know you've been practicing on the side, okay? So ladies and gentlemen, for our next part, it's quite entertaining. We're going to show some of this technology. We're going to have a little bit of fun. We have our Taiwan all-star team. The first person I'm going to introduce is my starting point guard, all the NBA team. He is a legend. League of Legends world champion.
What?
Mistake. Let's give him a big round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, our champion, our League of Legends world champion, Mistake, a renowned live streamer, and now he is semi-retired at the young 20-year-old age, and he is helping people, coaching people to be the next generation of our most awesome gamers. Okay, so welcome Mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, my next special guest， 这个是我们的世界冠军，我们的 Mistake， 好不好？我们给他一个掌声。好，接下来我们下一位呢，我们一定要介绍，非常非常厉害。Ray, our next guest, she is super awesome.
Oh,
she is
tell me about it.
one of the best gamers, one of the most beautiful gamers. She has also just appeared in the HBO Teenage Psychic. It's a super big hit on HBO. She is our celebrity. 我们用掌声欢迎我们的同龄少女的瑶瑶。瑶瑶 here. 瑶瑶 next to Mistake. For a couple of pictures. Mistake， 要不要先跟我们的全部朋友们先打个招呼
Hello， 大家好，我是 Mistake。
瑶瑶，要不要跟我们的全部朋友们打个招呼
大家好，我是郭舒瑶。
好，我们先让我们的媒体朋友们先拍照。We'll let our photojournalists take a few pictures. Okay, right in the front here， 前面。好，我们现在谢谢 Mistake， 我们现在请瑶瑶单独先拍 solo shot。All right, now we will have Ray join Gosu Yaya with our new gaming laptop. 我们两位在中间一起来拍。In the middle, in the back, you can hold me with the computer. Yeah, tilt it down so it doesn't reflect. Okay, ready? One. 好，那瑶瑶现在就帮我们单独的拿，我have 瑶瑶 solo shot. Great, off to the side there. Thank you very much. In the back middle， 我们中间后面一点。All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big round of applause to Mistake and Yao Yao. So Mistake right here, Yao Yao in the middle. Ray, come over here. So Ray, this is my all-star team. 这是我的明星队。我们有 Yao Yao and
That's a little
Mistake.
unfair, right? Your strategy is that.
So why do I have
Yeah,
Yao
yeah.
Yao and Mistake today? 因为今天我们是客人，我们是客场。Today we're the visiting team. This is your home turf. So, you know, you have all your DELL employees here, you got the rooting crowd, and you're the home team, so you get to pick. We don't even know what game we're playing. So that's why I have to bring out Yao Yao and the big gun Mistake. Just in case you pick League of Legends, we got the world champion.
Okay.
So, 我们两位准备好了吗？我们今天愿意接受我们的这个总经理的这个挑战吗 ？Mistake， 可以吗？
完全准备好了。
完全准备好了。最近还有玩游戏吗？
有，一直都有在玩。
Okay, I asked him if he's still been playing. He says, always a gamer, forever a gamer. 瑶瑶，你自己也喜欢玩游戏吗？Do you like to play video games? 喜欢。 OK， 什么样的游戏最喜欢？
都蛮喜欢。
都蛮喜欢。Ask her what type of game she plays. Any platform 都可以。Ray, are you scared? We are the all-star team.
A little, but bring it on.
A little, but bring it on. Okay, so Ray, this is your home turf, your home court advantage. What game are we going to play? 我们要玩哪个游戏
We're gonna play Candy Crush.
Candy Crush. Candy Crush. Yayao's best game. Yaya Candy Crush 可以吗？
可以，什么都可以。
No,
She's level 750 on
Okay.
Candy Crush. No.
I don't even know what that means. So we're gonna play Street Fighter. Okay.
Street Fighter.
Street Fighter. Yeah, let's get a little bit more
我
aggressive.
们要玩 Street Fighter 格斗天王。哇，有一阵子没有玩了，是不是？但是我们要玩的是最新的 Street Fighter 5。OK， 所以 mistake 可以吗？
尽力。
You can do it.
Yeah.
瑶瑶 ，Street Fighter OK？
我对我们非常有信心。
你们非常有信。She says she has a lot of confidence in our team. But let me tell you this, I know Ray has been practicing every day. Every day, 他在练习 Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's go to our gaming test stuff on the side. 好 So we will have 瑶瑶先 Okay, 瑶瑶 you will be first. 瑶瑶 to the right, 在右边一点点 Ray to your right a little bit so they can see you out here. Okay, and then I will be with Mistake on the side. 好 Okay, so Yaya's gonna pick a character, Ray is gonna pick a character. Ray, who are you gonna pick?
I'll pick down.
刀子 OK 然后我们的瑶瑶呢瑶瑶你要选谁这个戴红帽的这个 Cammy 是不是 OK Before we start Ladies and gentlemen Who is rooting for Ray? Give me a round of applause Apparently all the DELL employees You could come back to work tomorrow
Yes.
Who is rooting for Yao Yao? All the non-DELL employees. Okay, pretty even. Actually, I think there's a lot more going for Ray right now.
I'm
So home
thinking
court
of the pressure.
advantage.
Okay. Yeah.
Ray, don't be nervous.
Ceritanya
Yao.
Raywan mau
Jayo.
tanding
All right,
Street
You ready?
Fighter.
let's go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round
Wah,
one.
ini adalah
Ray
bosnya
versus Yao Yao.
untuk Computex.
Street Fighter 5. Here we
Konsol.
go.
Jadi
This corner, are you ready?
PC
Yes, this
desktop.
corner, are you ready? Here we go, fight, fight, fight! 好，我们现在看到我们的这个画面。Wow, okay. 这是我们的 Cammy. So you can see the awesome graphics on this here. 非常流畅. So Ray is the tall guy on the left. What the super long foot? What is up with that? How long is that foot? That leg? 加油加油！加油加油 That's not fair. 她腿太长了啦 She can't even get close. Wow!
怎么感觉有点厉害？
快点拿起来 round two. 加油 go 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 go. 好 Okay. This is quite unfair. 我这有点不公平，他的脚
有一点，
太长了。
跟角色有点差距，真的。
好 He can kick her from the other side of the screen. Okay, here we go. 有一点了 Come on. 加油加油加油 Go, Yao, go. Come on, just a few more. Get in there. Get closer. Yes, close quarter combat. 再来。
差一点。
Oh! One more. Oh! 好，我们Yao, what happened? 怎么搞了？
他每天练习，我没有每天练习，我没有这样的电脑可以练习啊。
Yao says she lost because Ray practices every day. She doesn't have a DELL gaming desktop at home, so she cannot practice. Okay, so Yao, it's okay. Yao, everybody give Yao a big round of applause. Yao, 我们再来这边来. Now we bring in the big gun. World champion, League of Legends. Professional gamer. Plays every day. Mistake! Ladies and gentlemen, give Mistake a big round of applause. Mistake! 记得在旁边要帮报仇，好不好？给 revenge for our team. Okay? So, to make this more interesting, like Yao Yao said, Best three. Okay, so the best 2 out of 3. If we win, we get to pick a new Dell product to take home.
Ooh. And if you lose?
All of us.
Oh.
That's how you get applause.
and if you lose?
If we lose,
all of you buy one.
we all buy one.
给我压力很
For
大。
the employee discount. Okay? Alright, let's sing.
OK。
加油加油加油！瑶瑶，我们到旁边。Over here. 瑶瑶 right here.
OK。
加油加油加油 ！Round 1, fight! Here we go.
再远一点，我再远一点。
Yes, far away because he has a big long foot. 他有个很长的这个腿 ，long legs. That's right. That's right. That's right. CEO, general manager. Yeah. Kill him, mistake. Get him. Get him. That is one long crazy leg. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sit on his face. Throw him over your shoulders. Yes, yes, jump, yes, 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 yes. Whoa, what was that? What was that? Oh! Yeah.
哇，压力好大。
Actually, I'm reading for you because you got a lot to lose. You're the world champion. Round 2. 哇，好紧张哦，好紧张哦。All right, let's go, Ray. Let's make this interesting.
That is no good. That's no good.
Get him, get him. Get him, get him. 在哪？踢他 ！Kick him! Kick him in the face! That's right. Whoa! You put him on fire! That's not fair. Whoa! Oh! Oh! We blocked it. Block! Block! Get him! Oh! One more! One more!
Ouch!
The way-
哇，好紧张，好紧张，好紧张，好紧张。
压力好大哦。
Ladies and gentlemen, Yaya on this side also. Our 2017 Computex champion, Mistake and Yaya! 好，我们选一台。Which one would you like? Which one would you like? I'll take the 27-inch over there. And 那个 gaming desktop.
OK，
然后那个笔电的那个 Okay, so she wants the gaming laptop. They'll take the gaming desktop. We'd like a monitor and keyboard also with it. Okay, we don't just want to try.
Hey, Alex, it's my honor for them to be using Dell's PCs, okay?
No. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big hand to Ray for being a good sport. Thank you. Thank you so much. Come over here. So that was just a display to show everyone, in fun the capabilities. But let's talk to Mistake here, our gamer. When you look at a gaming desktop, when you're looking at to purchase one, what are you looking at? 从你的一个专业的一个 gamer 的一个这个玩家的一个这个角度来看，其实你要找一个专门给我们玩家的一个桌上型的一台电脑的话，你会怎么样去选择这一台电脑？
其实最主要还是不能够延迟嘛，这是最基本的，就是你的效能要够好，然后再来就是你的画面本身的显示能力也要很强，然后最后可能就是因为要承载这么强大的能力，那就一定要有好的散热系统。
Okay, so he basically summed up exactly what you said earlier. For a gamer, the most important thing obviously is performance. Being able to integrate all the hardware, the GPU, the CPU, also having the power to run all that. And then at the same time having a cooling system so you don't overheat, and at the end being able to expand those products into the customized system that you need yourself, or however you want it. 所以你今天的这个看法，看到我们这一台我们的这个 Inspiron Gaming 的 desktop， 你有什么样的一个想法 ？I would like to ask him what he thinks of our Inspiron Gaming desktop here.
其实最主要还是我最近电脑要换了，所以它一定是我优先考量的一个选项。然后本身是非常重度的一个玩家，所以长时间的一个游戏的体验，我觉得是很重要的一个心愿。然后所以这台游戏我觉得还有满足到。
He says actually he's in the market to look for a new gaming desktop, and he says this one fits the mold, exactly what they want at a very, very competitive price. It has all the performance capabilities that he talked about, being able to expand and be able to have the cooling system. He says it really checks off all the marks he has for when buying a gaming desktop. So this is the perfect match for him. He said it's fantastic value, and he says this is really good product that he'd like to share with everybody. OK， 我们谢谢 Mistake。那瑶瑶你自己本身也常常用电脑 ，right? You use a computer a lot. Not necessarily for gaming， 不是一直都在玩游戏。你正常在用电脑的时候，大部分是怎么用这台电脑 ？How do you use your computer the most？
看电影、看影集、看一些剧。
Oh, okay. So because she is an actress, she spends a lot of time watching a lot of videos. She watches a lot of movies. She watches a lot of global TV series. She watches a lot of videos on. It's part of her homework, so she can become a better actress. 那除了在看这些影片呢，自己还常用电脑吗？
玩游戏也会，然后会逛一些网站。
She says she plays some games on there. Also, she's on the internet often. She does a lot of internet shopping on there. OK， 所以玩游戏，当然我们刚刚Mistake有提到了，我们今天的这些computer， 我们的这是Dell的这个电脑，当然玩游戏都是一级棒的。但是在画面上，这个其实也很棒。我们刚刚看到这个 All in One， 它的画面是非常非常标准的，这个颜色也很棒，是不是？所以这个。对你看剧、看电影来讲，这个荧幕是非常重要的，是不是？
非常重要，因为我其实不太喜欢有太粗的边框影响我的视觉的感觉。对，然后再来它的那个荧幕上的真实度，我觉得需要很标准，因为买东西才不会容易有差异。
She says how she uses her computer other than watching videos, TV shows, and movies as part of the homework for becoming a better actress. She also uses her computer for daily activities. She goes a lot of gaming. She does a lot of shopping. She surfs the internet. She says the monitor, the visual experience is very, very important. She does a lot of shopping. She wants to make sure it has the right color. One of the favorites of the Dell computer is the Infinity Edge that she has. She says she doesn't like seeing a big border. So design, 在设计上，其实你在看电脑的时候对你来很重要，是不是？ Okay, so she says design to her is very, very important. Ray, would you like to add anything for today? We see the all-in-ones, we see the great designs, we see the desktop here, and we see the Inspiron laptop also for gaming. What would you like to add for our complete product line here today? How are you at Dell keeping a step ahead? How are you innovating?
Yeah, I think the experiences that Yao Yao and Mistake has shared, right, runs deep into our design philosophy, which is really about delivering the best customer experience. And Dell would be relentless, right, always trying to get the latest and greatest to improve the experience for our customers. So you see that in this lineup of products, right, what we have focused on is really high performance, and with in the future products, right, we will be continuing to innovate for sure, right, in that space.
Fantastic. We look forward to seeing even bigger and better, or even smaller and better products for us here today. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give another big round of applause to Mistake and 郭书瑶瑶瑶，我们再给他们两位一个最热烈的掌声，好不好？ So Mistake. Okay. So let's take one more picture for 3 of them here. Okay. Look at the back. Let's take a step forward. 我们大家往前面一点点，好不好？ One step forward to the light here. Okay. 然后我们现在请我们的 Mistake 拿一台我们的笔电，也请瑶瑶帮我们拿一台我们的笔电。 Let's start off to the right over there. We have some camera on the right. 我们先看右手边 to the right. Now into the middle. 我们看中间 middle center, front center. 我们看前面一点。好 middle 那个中间。然后 middle further back. 我们看后面一点。 好，我们现在往左边转 to the left over here， 我们看一下左边这边 ，Let me get out of the way here。要补拍的吗 ？Raise your hands. Oh, maybe anybody wants one more shot. Okay, in the front over here. 好，我们请One more picture right here. last few pictures，最后几张。Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause！ 我们再次给我们的 Mistake 还有我们的郭书瑶一个最热烈的掌声。谢谢两位今天来参加我们今天的这个记者会。Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you, thank you。我们往这边走。Thank you， 谢谢。All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will come to the next segment of our press conference. We will have an open Q&A. Okay, so we have an open Q&A. We have our microphone out in the audience right now. There she is. So we're going to open this part for about 20 minutes to Q&A for anybody in the audience. Actually, just raise your hand. Our lady will bring over the microphone. Please stand up and state from what media outlet you are from and go ahead and ask the question. And Ray will be very glad to reply to that question. Okay, so we begin right now. All right, so anybody want to ask any questions? Right here.
你好，我是来自爱博网的顾超远。我有问题想问一下，就是英伟达在2个小时之前发布了 Max-Q 的设计理念，就是将机器1080笔记本被压缩到18毫米。戴尔是否参与了其中的设计？然后这个理念是否会对外星人未来的外形有巨大的改变？谢谢。
Yeah, I think I understand the question. So thank you for the question. I think the question really is asking about an announcement that NVIDIA made. So if it's 2 hours ago, then I have not seen or heard the announcement. But as you know, Alienware, which is our premier gaming brand, will always put the latest and the greatest into the systems. So I heard the mention of about a 1080 special part for...
She says it was just announced a little bit under 2 hours ago by NVIDIA. So because we haven't heard it, it's hard to reply to that question.
So we don't usually announce the kind of products we have made them ready, so just stay tuned. But rest assured that as far as Alienware goes, right, we will always be looking out for putting the latest and greatest, right, to meet the requirements of the hardcore gamers in that space. Okay?
Next question, over here in the front.
你好，我是来自中国微型计算机杂志的记者。然后我想请问你，
不好意思，你这边要讲慢，因为我们这个台上听不到。
我是来自那个微型计算机杂志的记者。然后我想请问一下，因为今天我们在会场到处都可以看到 AMD 的那个标志。接下来的话，戴尔会不会跟 AMD 有一些更深入的合作？比如说在笔记本的 CPU 方面。然后还有一个就是说，
我们先回答第一个问题好不好？ So he says that because they just came to Computex today and they've seen a lot of promotions and seen a lot of brands, especially the AMD brand, in collaboration with obviously Dell. What type of long-term partnership will you guys have? Maybe developing future products.
Yeah, I think he mentioned something about notebooks too. Is that right? Okay. So again, there's already AMD CPUs in our notebooks today, right? So it's something that Dell passionately believes in, right? Which is innovation, as well as offering the best customer choice, right? So in this event, we have the timing goes really well when AMD is pushing their new Ryzen CPUs, right? So we took the opportunity, and as I've stood on stage and explained earlier on, we still see a lot of innovation room, right, to revitalize the desktop space as far as performance goes.
好 ，Your next question， 第二个问题。
然后就是说，现在目前我们与那个戴尔与 AMD 的紧密合作的话，会不会影响以往合作的 CPU、GPU 厂商的关系
？Having a collaboration with AMD, with Dell, how does it affect that with current or future prospects or partnerships?
Yeah, I would say that as far as Dell goes, right, in terms of partner selection, we will always be in the bleeding edge to drive innovation. So we are agnostic to whichever partner is, so long as the partner comes with us with good innovation and products that could be designed in to deliver a better customer experience, we will certainly look into these.
Okay, thank you.
谢谢。
Okay, thank you.
Can we grab the mic? Next question over here in the middle, the lady in the black and the white.
是从中央画报财富版来的记者。我有2个问题。那我的第一个问题是说，其实刚才您在您的那个 presentation 里也提到说，其实游戏产业现在是一个增长飞速的一个产业。那我看到其实戴尔在这方面其实也有非常敏锐的洞察。那您能不能帮我们介绍一下，说在这2年或者说未来的几年内，PC 游戏的发展趋势是怎么样的？这是我的第一个问题。
我们就先回答第一个，好不好
Okay.
Did you get the question?
So basically,
she
she's
said-
asking about the trend in
Yes, so the trend in video gaming, obviously, with some of the statistics that you put up, we've had phenomenal numbers with the hardware sales, and also with the trend going on to VR and gaming. And how does Dell look at that part of the market?
Yeah, I think it's pretty obvious, right? You know, we are doubling down in terms of investing in gaming, right? It's not just innovating on the product, but we also innovate on the go-to-market as well. I think the one key trend that we see as far as gaming goes is it's only up, right? So with the popularity of the games, with the popularity of the content, with more and more bandwidth that's available across the globe, plus the popularity of esports, right? I'll take this opportunity to highlight that Dell and Alienware is extremely active in that space as well, right? Sponsoring some of the top leading esports teams.
Some of the top teams and individuals
right.
in the world.
Right, as well as being the official sponsor of E-League as well, which we announced in CES this year. Okay?
你的第二个问题。
我第二个问题是说，其实刚才您也提到说，其实在游戏的用户他们会对笔记本有一些需求，比如说在画面的稳定性，然后流畅性，以及说这个散热性上都会有一些要求。那能不能还有一些其他更具体的用户的需求在提出来？您这边有观察到的，也可以跟我们分享一下。
Our second question pertains to gamers and what they expect out of a gaming machine. Obviously, you hit some of the main points with performance being one of the critical, and we mentioned about cooling systems. What are some of the other things that gamers really look to when purchasing a desktop for gaming or a laptop for gaming? And how does the Dell look at it?
Yeah. So again, you know, the desktop towers, take the desktop towers for example, or even the all-in-one. If you want to game in 2 of these systems, you certainly can. And to really enhance the experience, right, it's the coordination and the synthesis and the integration that we have in the total experience with the keyboard and the mouse. So stay tuned, right? We got a whole lot more innovation in that space. Clearly, in the desktop space, I've spoken about the need to have the best ingredients or components in the desktop towers. I've spoken about the need to ensure that we have the best ventilation system, and plus I've also spoken about the ability to have the expansion slots. Now, what's important and what they'll do really, really well is that we are able to synthesize and integrate this into the best gaming solution in the new desktop towers, right? And we have a lot of learning. So if we talk about being the masters of the game in gaming, right, we have Alienware, right? And there is years and years of learnings that we have derived, which is why when I first earlier on shared on stage the performance of our Inspiron 15 gaming, right, and how the YouTube rockstar reviewers view them, right, we got a clean sweep because a lot of that learning that we have in Alienware is now applied into the Inspiron gaming as well.
Ray, I actually have a question for you as a gamer also, because it seems like it's always been like a cat and mouse game. You know, gamers push the gaming to the edge, the software developers push the hardest games, and then the hardware developers have bigger and better hardware. And then because of that, the games push the envelope more and more. How do you try to stay ahead of the game as the maker of the hardware? Because it seems like it's always one step. How do you try to get 2 steps ahead?
Well, I think it's really a lot to do with partnerships, right? So we build a lot of partnerships with the content developers. And the other piece that's really important, and this has really give us an ability to gain insights into the thinking and the mindset of the gaming community, is really our community engagement. So in Alienware, right, we have actually put aside a team to actively always be talking and asking of the gaming community what are they looking for and how we can do better in terms of designing our products. And we build a lot of that feedback into our future products, as well as combining that with the latest innovation, with the latest and greatest technology that our partners provide.
It seems like what you're talking about is that Dell is actually getting much more closer to the actual gamer, with the grassroots gamer. This is obviously an important relationship to hear what they want in the feedback, so you can stay 1, 2, 3 steps ahead. Because those are the most critical people, the actual professional gamers, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Our next question. Do we have another question right here in the front? Gentleman in the black. She's coming around. Good afternoon.
Afternoon. Hi, Rick.
Hello. Hi again.
Just a couple of questions. Since this is an inspiring gaming desktop, I'm curious, how low are you going to go? How low? I mean, in pricing, are you going to go? Are you going to cater for iCafes also? Are you going to go as low as iCafes, for example, from Indonesia, for $400, $500 probably? And then I want to ask
answer that first question very.
This is kind of connected. Yes, and then how high are you going to go? Are you going to go? Are these inspired or projected to go for like water coolings and different coloring, probably red, yellow, black, RGB? Is it going to go there, or is it going to stay like this normal PC but with gaming capabilities?
Okay, so
basically we're asking about the range, the pricing range, and then the product design range.
Okay, that's a great question. So again, right, what I put you on stage will be pricing relevant to the US market first, okay? And then as far as the other markets, right, there will be a lot of other factors that determine the price, right? Like CACs and UPs and so on and so forth. You understand this better than I do. So as far as the way we design the Inspiron gaming desktop, right, our starting price is captured between $599 and $699, right? And as far as how high it can go, it really depends on the configurations that you put in.
For a gamer, it can go as high as you want it to go.
Yeah. So,
if you want the fastest CPU, 2 GPUs, you want better storage, you want better SSD, you want better memory.
Yeah, because this thing could really support up to dual graphics. So I think when we have the breakout sessions, the one-on-one, the media, we can talk a whole lot more about this. Okay? All right. Thank you.
But I think his second question was also for the design aspect of this. The casing, will we see different colors in the future, maybe a little bit variations of the design? We will see that?
Well, we are always looking at ways to make our product more elegant and more appealing to our customers. So the answer is that we're looking into all these.
Yes, one day. Next question. Right there, the gentleman in the black with the t-shirt.
您好，来自DELL，我想问一下，我们看到台北电脑展上，戴尔获得了好多创新的大奖。那我想问一下，戴尔在产品策略的方面有什么样的考虑？尤其在创新和设计上有什么样的考虑？谢谢。
I think his question pertains to design innovation. In your PPT presentation, you mentioned that Dell's received so many design awards, especially like the IF awards, the XPS 13 are all in ones, are continually getting awards. What is Dell's strategy when it comes to design and innovation of the physical products?
Yeah. So I've kind of explained that earlier on when Mistake and Yao was on stage, right? So our design philosophy is really centered around customer experience, right? So if you think about design, right, as far as our premium product goes, we see trends and we see technologies not just on the CPU and the graphics side. We will also look into new materials, new color, and new finishes, right, to develop the leading and world-class design products. Now, there is a lot to be said about premium products and mainstream products, right? As far as the mainstream product goes, we'll go with what we believe is affordable for the budget customers, right? So you see design changes that evolve a little bit over time on a more gradual basis. Now, as far as the premium product goes, right, I think where we want to think about is what's the next thing that the customer is looking at, right, 2 or 3 years from now. And what's really important is to synthesize all the technologies that we mapped out 2 to 3 years from now and pack that under the best CMF, the best thermal, the best power, the best kind of ecosystems, right, to deliver an all-round solution. Because we believe that for premium products, the customers really care, right, on how well thought through, right, the product really is. Now, we have taken a leading position as far as this space is concerned. right? So if you think of our signature infinity edge display, right, you could find that all other brands are trying to catch up, and there is a lot of now narrow bezel kind of designs out there, right? But you know, Dell continues to lead in that space, right? As I mentioned on stage, right? We're still the world's smallest 13.3 notebook and the world's smallest 15.6 notebook in the XPS, and we'll continue to make that even better. Okay?
Bezel-less one day, no bezel.
Oh wow, you have very high expectations, Alex.
Yes, I do. Ladies and gentlemen, next question. Any more questions? If we have no more questions, then we will end our Q&A session. So one last time. It's a little bright on stage, so if I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, oh, last question, right here in the front.
我是太平洋电脑网的一个问题，就是我想问，就现在 VR 嘛，有很多硬件已经做到支持，我这次在那个戴尔上面也看到了支持，但其实呢，现在游戏啊，还有那个推出都其实不是很多。然后你戴尔是怎么看待 VR 的未来？是不是很明确的会去全力支持？还有会不会有更多的加入到 VR 的开发还有支持里面？
I think his question is that VR, obviously, the topic of VR is in the media mainstream. But from his personal experience looking at VR-specific gaming, there hasn't been a blockbuster hit or a must-have title in that sense. But everybody knows about VR, and how does Dell look at the VR strategy? And he said also, you know, in your presentation, you do mention VR, but what is the specific strategy pertaining to VR and VR gaming for Dell?
Okay, so I would say it a little differently, right? So Dell's position is that we haven't seen a killer game or application yet, right? So we believe that a lot of innovation is bubbling up in the space, and as we work closely with some of the partners, right, especially those content developers, we could see really cool and exciting stuff. Now our strategy is pretty simple, right? We are all in on VR, right? We see that as one of the catalysts for future growth, even in the PC space. And what we do really well is to develop end-to-end, where we are able to have systems like our precision workstations to do content creation, all the way to our Alienware, our Inspiron, and even the XPS systems that could deliver content consumption. And one of the key things that we do is a lot of engineering and validation work with some of the key and top VR H&E partners, right? Namely Oculus, HTC. We work really closely with them for a start to tune out the solution to make sure that the experience is a really good one. As I've spoken in the past, right? VR is something that you cannot afford not to have the best experience, right? Because the screen is just right in front of your eyes, and your whole being is being immersed in that environment. So just a little bit of latency that you see on a screen, you can accept, but the latency that you see on the VR headset is totally not acceptable, because it will impact your ability to be steady and even, you know, feel dizzy. So in that connection, right, I think Dell is making sure that all the systems that we have, all our VR-enabled systems and PCs are all well tuned with the H&E as well as the content providers. And again, right, at the end of the day, right, if you have never tried it, you will never feel the excitement of what VR can bring. I shared with you the John Petty data, right? So the projection is by 2025, right? You have more than 200 million VR users, and there's a lot of innovation energy in that space to democratize both the H&D and the VR solutions that is out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, any more questions? If not, let's give a big round of applause to our Senior Vice President, General Manager, Mr. Ray Waugh. Thank you, Ray, for having us here today to be your guest. Fantastic PowerPoint and letting us know all the latest innovations, what we can expect from Dell. Thank you for introducing the latest 27, 24-inch all-in-ones, our latest gaming laptops, and our gaming desktops. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to walk around our exhibition areas here, get the real Dell experience, look at our monitors up here, our Alienware products, our notebooks, our desktops, our award-winning products that we've emphasized, and really just feel the real Dell experience. Thank you again for coming today. We thank you so much. Thank you. Enjoy your day here. Enjoy your week here in Taipei. 谢谢大家. We see you next year. Okay? Thank you. Ready? Thank you. 谢谢.
Iya, sampai ketemu lagi guys. Kita sambung lagi berikutnya.